In general. Anyway, it seems like they're finally ready. It's gonna be Pew's Ness versus Flo's Chrom.
Exactly. Once again, taking it out with that Chrom. Not going with the Roy. Really likes the consistency on those blade hits. And of course, both these players sponsored by the same sponsors. Kind of unfortunate. LSE is going to have one of their players drop out here at 5th place.
So far, so good for Pew. He has been doing a great job avoiding all these sword hits. No PK Fire though. I really expected the PK Fire on the tech. But you know, it doesn't matter because he keeps his composure and he gets the hits.
Nice little down smash coverage. Tries to catch landing with the charge forward smash. He had the right idea, but Ness just doesn't have the range. Here's the counter. It's going to whiff. Will he die for it? He actually kills Ness for it.
But no, he does not because Pew does get the bounce. And the Chrom, you know, you really can't go that deep, so you're just watching him recover, you know. And it's gonna hurt a little because I can guarantee you he thought he had him.
Oh, and there's the PK Fire going over the sword hitboxes to hit Chrom from above. And the super armor is going to save him from Time Magnet into an immediate get-up attack, knowing what Pew wanted to do, but Pew with a mix-up into the up tilt. Very well done. Nice presence of mind right there. Gonna catch Flo's Chrom off guard.
I noticed that...
oh! He attacks!
What? And he's gone!
And he's
gone!
dead!
And that's why we play Roy.
He should have air dodged. He should not have upbeat. He's not too familiar with Chrom's recovery yet, and it's noticeable right there. A little bit off on the decision making. So unfortunate by the flow because it was so avoidable.
Yeah, same goes for Cloud though. You gotta remember to add this to the ledge in this game because those straight vertical Bs, they're not it, man. They're not it.
They're not it at all.
Oh, here comes Flo. Here comes Flo. He's got the combos going.
Nair into a forward air. Look at that. No jump for Pew, but he is going to air dodge back to the ledge immediately. And the forward smash punish. The Flo's on fire. Look at that. Up B going to come out. How's he going to get the gimp? He messes up his inputs right there.
And the only reason he was even able to get that forward smash punish is because he actually parried the
up
PK Thunder.
Yeah, very well done right there.
Normally parrying projectiles, you know, not that big of a deal, but right there, just absolutely perfect to the very last detail from Flo. Did not get the kill, fortunately for him, so he has been left by Full Stock and more when it comes to
extremely well timed parry, knowing exactly what is. I mean, they're both sponsored by the same team. I can only imagine that they play quite frequently.
Yeah.
And the Flow is intricately aware of Pew's timing mix-ups. And just like that, the parry comes out.
Might just also be a Roy main thing, though, because Saru is also like a parry god.
Exactly. Forward tilt, once again, waiting out the moment till Pew presses a button. Flow so aware of the timing that Pew is employing consistently, apparently.
Yeah, and sometimes Chrom can just explode on you, and he's gonna need to do that now. Very intelligent air dodge to the ledge, going downwards to avoid the other side of the down smash, and he's gonna need to bring out something big, something really big. Chrom is just the character for that, though.
Yeah, but not if you're off stage with PK
No,
Thunder.
that's gonna be it. No way, he's coming back. It's a 1-0 for Pew. Do you think we'll see the Roy?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I do believe Roy's B has a lot of issues with PK Fire. If he throws PK Fire in the air, that diagonal angle will consistently catch out the up B, and then the down air is basically free.
That's sounds rough.
That is pretty rough, though there are, of course, timing mix-ups available, more so than Chrom has. And I don't believe the Chrom went too poorly. It was just a single bad decision after the tech into a early gimp.
It's going to Roy, though. He's gonna give it a shot. Let's find out. I mean, I get it. He didn't make it back to the ledge twice due to the vertical nature of soaring slash. But like you said, the first one on the second stock, it could have been prevented if he had air dodge to the ledge. And Chrom, you know, he does have a more powerful blade at the end, and that's probably where you're going to be hitting most of the time in this particular match.
For sure, you do want to keep Ness out, but look at Flo. He's already in Ness's face, brawling it out with one of the best brawlers in the game. Down tilt, not going to catch the regrab at all, surprisingly. Going over the minor disjoint on Ness's side, almost getting the gimp, but Pew knowing what options he has available, the flow is very on point right now.
And I don't know what changed, man, because this is like night and day between the first set and what I'm seeing on screen right now. Flow is been barely touched at all.
That was an extremely well found cross-up right there, and Pew finally breaking through with a double jump forward air.
Juggles on Roy. Ah, very smart stuff by Flow. Air dodging towards the PK Thunder so he can...
I really wanted to see a counter come out there, but not quite. Not taking any risks. He does not need to take any risks because there the kill is Flow playing it slow.
Is the counter even useful versus the PK Rocket? Because I've seen a lot of people try to counter the Rocket off stage and getting no results.
It depends on the spacing. If it's extremely early, it will not work. But anything outside of that, it will. There's the forward air strings. Lots of horizontal gameplay coming out right here by Flow, knowing how he has to play, going over Ness. As soon as Ness tries to answer the walling with wallings of his own, he plays the vertical game instead. Very nice presence of mind by Flow.
Yeah,
there's
and of
the
course,
upbeat.
Great ledge strapping. He ledge strapped him so hard he did not know what to do. He just went for a rocket of all things. I see what Flow likes to do. He likes to let you get back up from the ledge. You know, he pokes your shield just a little, and then he runs back. He runs back to catch your escape.
And that was the multi-hit of Roy's upbeat, catching Pew off guard. Pew yet to take a stock. He's getting lapped in percents right now. Even the lasting hitbox not going to work out, and he can count his blessings that he did not get sweet spotted by that upbeat. That was so very close.
There's the bounce, and there's the re-rocket.
Into the forward tilt. Once again, the weak hit, and the Flow trying to get the counter.
Yeah, he could have waited a little bit longer for the forward tilt so he could get a better hitbox. I suppose that's where he is thinking on Chrom, you know. You would just get the kill.
Ooh, jab to forward air, consistent and solid. The Flow looking dominant in this game number 2 after Pew took that game 1 relatively consistently.
Which is interesting because we haven't even seen that much off-stage interactions yet, even for Flow. So in that regard, the Roy Chrom really shouldn't be that much of a difference. But it's like maybe it's just something spiritual for Flow.
True,
he
there's a lot
plays Roy and he just you know, realizes his full potential.
I mean, there's a lot of confidence in a character you've played for 5 years, and that is going to be Roy for the Flow. Ooh, landing up air, barely whiffing. The Flow going for an early upbeat, taking the PK Thunder, but not dying yet.
Yeah, he is running on his last legs, but that's only when it comes to the first stock. He's got 2 more in the bank.
Oh, did he just get saved by the PK Thunder?
I
he
think
is still
he did.
Living 185, and that was a very, very long life right there for Flow. He is going to respawn with 2 stocks, 0%. Meanwhile, Pew on his final stock here in game number 2. Oh, the air dodge barely not getting punished. But the Flare Blade into the forward air. Hardly any options left for Pew here. How will he recover? A low up B does not even get the bounce. The Flow almost got a JV3. Very dominant showing here in game number 2.
If it wasn't for that one light touch that the Pew got on him. There it is, the Roy Victor skin. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to stay Roy, even if it's just a comfort thing. As you know, I've never seen Pew play anything besides Ness, so no changes there, I assume.
Yeah, I think Pew is a pure Ness main, and Flow, of course, Chrom and Roy, 2 of the best characters in the game. Definitely a strong lineup to have. And here is Roy again, working so well for Flow. On the other hand, Pew, we've seen him adapt versus loading. I'm sure he can do it again. But versus his team partner, his sponsor, they're both sponsored by the same organization, right? So they're both part of the same team, Team LSE. It's gonna be rough because, you know, I'm sure Pew knows Flow well, but Flow knows Pew well as well. So even if you do adapt, your opponent will always have that counter adaptation ready because of how often you play.
Oh, this is a problem for Flow. You don't want to get put off stage with no jump.
There's an air, there's the tech chase, tries to get the forward smash, but no cigar. Jab coming out, no follow-up, and the down tilt pressure also very good. Roy using rising forward airs to double jump before having to land. Look at that, Flow makes such use of that movement, such good use of that movement. Nair's coming out to cover a lot of space, predicting the fact that Pew will press buttons, but Pew not falling for it.
Now, it's kind of interesting because I expected wider stage like this to kind of work out in favor of the flow, because I feel like you can do so much more with the space, with a speedy character. But it has generally been Pew who has been feeling more comfortable. If it wasn't for that last edge guard though, because that was pretty slick by Flo.
Oh yeah, that was Pew trying to fight his way back on stage, and Flo saying, "You fight me with my sword? Kid, you got a few years to go." And just like that, the back air is gonna hit, is gonna kill extremely early. Not what Pew wants in this scenario. Oh, back throw. Barely killing. Very well done right there.
Yeah, the back throw is still incredibly strong. It might have even gone a little stronger, you know, because I'm definitely a little shook every time I see it killing at like 100. Whoa! Speaking of killing at 100, there's the forward smash. Unfortunately, he was not yet at 70% or something like that. So he does not get quite the kill, but
great whiff punish and a statement.
Yeah,
he should. Big statement.
He should have at least a little bit of fear in Pew right now.
Yeah, exactly, and that is what Flo wants. He wants to find those opportunities in which he can land those sweet spot moves. Those are just exponentially stronger than the weak hits. Side B, not fully connecting at 120.
Otherwise, it definitely would have killed. That move is crazy strong. The PK flash is gonna anti-air flow, and look at the damage Pew started to build up. Can he fake some kind of comeback on this stock? No, he can. The landing sweet spot does so much damage. He's even gonna lose his stock pretty much cross stage.
Exactly. The Flow knowing exactly what to use, exactly which buttons to press right now. And the pressure is on, using that double jump to extend his pressure duration. But Pew staying very cool, calm, collected.
Here you receive finally one of those side magnets you were talking about earlier. Usually I think S1 there's more of. But, you know, I think that shows that...
No resources.
I think it does show that Pew is looking to grow in that direction, you know. He's formed those side magnets.
Catching the jump with the up air, but Town City is going to help Flo live.
Yeah.
And the Flow is looking so strong right now because Pew effectively is in kill range, and Flo still has another stock ready to go if he dies here. Oh! Down tilt coming out, and the walling, the forward air. Look at that. Flo once again using his double jump to extend his pressure, and then spot dodging immediately, knowing what Pew wants, that back throw. Definitely on deck here.
Landing up air from Flo, that's definitely not a move that gives like you to kill.
Oh, and there is the kill. Flo once again two-stocking, and the Roy is working out so well for him. Meanwhile, Pew is kind of struggling to find those kills, man, and that is a big deal when you're playing Ness.
It is, and that forward tilt is also so reliable when it comes to killing, you know. It's such a nice, safe move to just throw out. Of course, it's not going to be perfectly safe, but I feel like that forward tilt and a lot of moves in Ultimate in general are just way safer to just throw out, you know, people's shields.
For sure, and, you know, Ness, on the other hand, the aerials are extremely safe as well, but versus a sword like Roy's, there's always the risk of getting outspaced, as we saw in that second stock. When Pew wants to come back to the stage with forward air, he just got beaten out by Roy's back air. The disjoint is not enough to compete with a top tier like Roy.
Which is funny because he used to be known for having a disjoint but rather lackluster ones, and now he is just swinging.
He's swinging that sword around, and it's big mileage right here. The trump into back air, you don't see that often.
Nah, just a classic good old smash 4 edge guard, you know.
Pew trying to pressure with those rising forward airs into double jumps. Same thing as the Flow can do. There's the Nair, covering a lot of space.
He's going off stage deeper and deeper.
Immediate pressure off stage, and oh no, you hate to see that kind of thing happen.
And he was doing so well too, barely getting hit at all, and then he just does himself in.
At 34%, he commits a little bit of an error and goes off stage, up beats the wrong way, and the down air, Pew trying to, you know, cement his lead right there, but already 72% of Flow should be cementing enough.
Yes,
down
look at
smash,
very tough from even
kills.
getting up in that down smash. Yes, it does. I think he was only at 70%. Absolutely savage play there from Pew. Now he's gonna get the other end of the story though, that is a nice little sweet spot fair from Pew, on Pew, I should say. And I'm really seeing that Flo is getting much more brave when it comes to offstage edge guarding, you know?
Exactly, and that is definitely necessary in a situation like this. With the confidence that Flo has after those 2 dominating wins, he can still make it happen. Last 2 games are 2 stocks. He does not need that extra stock, as he has proven. Here's Flo getting juggled.
I think Pew has something else to say about that. Look what he's doing right now. Blocking jump after jump with these up airs and these forward airs.
Oh!
Flo has no place to go, barely avoiding the PK rocket by the courtesy of that particular platform.
Oh, the up smash catches a jump, not quite gonna kill, but the up B will keep the juggle going. How's he gonna land? Is gonna take the corner, is gonna cross up and take the center stage back. And again, the up B the wrong way. He's checking his controller because you have to wonder what is happening to Flo. He's not been having any issues so far, and suddenly 2 up Bs going the wrong way. That is a horror story.
It is. It's kind of an awkward input though. Like I can understand, but usually you just don't expect it, especially if you main the character. You really are in the mindset that everything you think will just come to paper properly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But right there, two big mistakes, costing him 2 stocks, costing him the game. Finds himself in Game 5 versus Countryman.
Game 5, the also very important Game 5, and the Flo counterpicking to Pokemon Stadium actually.
Pokemon Stadium. Well, I suppose it's a good stage, you know?
It is a very neutral stage. I believe the wide stage is going to be in favor of the Flo.
I feel like in general, faster characters can do more with the space, so you don't want to give them that space.
Yep, for sure, faster characters profiting a lot from Pokemon Stadium 2.
But the stage also comes with some of the closest blast zones we have on legal stages. And that's actually interesting for
both these players.
Yeah, both these players really. But mostly I want to see a big old sweet spot from Flo.
Getting that forward smash on deck would be great for him. Pew is looking mighty dominant right now. The down smash, actually Arrow just passed it. He has to count his blessings for that because that definitely would have been an extremely early stock in Pew's favor. And now the Flo's moving. He's all over Pew. Once again, the arrows coming out, but Flo is not adapting to Pew going for them. The up B.
Super low. No, he uses the air dodge.
Again.
Understandable, very hard to punish.
Oh! What did you say, Gijsbeer? What did you say? You wanted the sweet spot forward smash?
I wanted the big sweet
there
spot.
There it is, Flo. He had your order. He delivered it, cooking up a storm, and that is a lead that he definitely needed after a very rough start to Game 5. He needs to find that confidence back after the tragic Game 4.
And I suppose he has it now after doing that little anime run underneath the PK Thunder, giving a big old forward smash. Nothing feels better than that for a Roy main. At least that's what I think Roy mains are like.
Oh, the back air not going to kill yet, but a lot of damage on the Flo right here to get up attack coming through. 50% on Pew already, 62. The Flo extending his lead consistently, but there's the back throw, a little bit of an overreach, very rare.
Yeah, that double edge dance was a very bold move, let me put it like that. Also known as hella unsafe.
Hella unsafe, and here's Pew, early damages, 31%, definitely not bad. Flo using the platforms to recover safely, and there was the Nair, immediate answer by Pew. Great, you know, as I mentioned, Ness being a moving fortress, and that is the fortress aspect, that Nair especially, great out of shoot move.
Well, if Pew's a fortress, then Flo's a battering ram. Let's see if he can keep up the pressure that he has been doing so well all game.
There's the dash up, there's the pressure. Do you see the movement? Flo's literally running circles around Pew, but he's not getting that vital hit, and that is a differentiating factor between pressure and, you know, fake pressure. There's the jab forward air, solid, you know, as you said, you know, the old faithful. And there's the down smash 2 frame talking about faithful.
No recovery for you, my friend. That the angle on the down smash is absolutely brutal.
And the down smash is extremely easy to get. So that is going to be an even game here, and anything can happen at this point. We've seen what Pew can do to Flo stock, but we've seen Flow's dominance. We've seen Flow's movements. We've seen Flow dismantle this Ness time and time again. Woo! And the air dodges are coming out. How will Pew recover? There's the LB and the Trump again. No sweet spot. Flare Blade. Two-frame! Two-frame kill. Flow will take it. Game number 5 and he will advance to play the winner of S1 versus Space,
He even
representing